Today's guest is literally a real estate content strategist. He is a YouTube expert. He's the founder of an academy, and he's here to give the blueprint. He's built a massive global network of real estate agents who he has helped side by side create an entirely new framework and landscape for their business.
Guys, super excited to be here. I'm actually going to be sharing stuff with you guys that I've never shared with anybody before. It's a brand new presentation based on where things are going. I'm going to show you how for free you can get better results than if you paid a YouTube coach $25,000. Let's get rid of excuses before we dive into the tactical, and I'm going to show you some stuff that's going to blow your mind. This is Shane. So Shane actually joined me at EXP about 3 years ago, and the day that he came to me, he said, Mike, listen, I'm going to shoot you straight. Last night, I was diagnosed with cancer. I was told that I might have 3 years to live. My entire business is built off prospecting, but if I die, that means that my family has nothing to be able to continue to bring income with. So I need your help to launch a YouTube channel and to start to attract leads. So if I pass away, my wife can get her license and we're going to be able to provide for our kids. Heaven forbid I pass away. Shane is middle-aged, massively introverted, terrified of the camera, no experience on social media, and very not techie. Last year, he did $440,000 from YouTube while going through chemotherapy, and he's now cancer-free. He had an unwavering passion and purpose and why. I want to share with you that, again, maybe you're introverted and scared to get in front of the camera. That's okay. So is Barry, that you can see here with under 200 subscribers, not big thousands of subscribers, not big vanity metrics. He did $100,000 in commission in 1 month as an introvert who reads off a script. This is an agent who does market reports, and he does over 50 seller leads every single month. Maybe you're a new agent. This is a new agent, new market, never did video. He did over $1 million in his first year. Maybe you even speak another language. This is an agent that put out a Spanish channel and did $300,000 in his first year working part-time. And so where I'm going with this is I want to help you understand that anybody can do this, but I want to help you understand the shift that's going to be happening. The market is shifting from SEO to AEO to GEO. So what is SEO? It's search engine optimization. That is what you are probably familiar with as a real estate agent. Everybody talks about SEO. It's all about blogs and Google Business Profile and keywords and backlinks and all this techie stuff. And rankings determine success. But then we went to an audible engine optimization or audio engine optimization, which is voice. This was optimizing things for Alexa, for Siri, for using dictation on your phone if you want to speak instead of type or text. But now we're in the genetic engine optimization, which is AI answering things, which reshapes how we need to be able to create content. And if you engineer your business right now for geo over the next 2 years, you are going to become the dominant agent. And let me show you or talk to you about a very simple way to understand this. If you were doing like a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, the 2,700 square feet, sometimes people would write 5BD bedroom and 2,700 SQFT square feet. But if you are, for example, telling ChatGPT or Gemini or Perplexity or Google, for that matter, any search platform, what you're looking for, and you say verbally or written, I want a 5-bed, 4-bath, 2,700 square feet, you don't want it to reply with 4 or 5 BD, 2,700 SQ fit. You want it to say the whole word. And what's happening is you need to now change how you're writing things and how you're saying things to be able to be picked up by SEO in the form of genetic. This is a massive shift that's happening right now that we need to start to put out very searchable content for. 86% of buyers start their search online with video, primarily YouTube being the first platform because it's the primary search-based video platform. Instead of making assumptions, I just like to look at the data because you can't argue ego and emotion with math and with data. So this can guide us in a very strategic way to make sure that we make the right decisions based on what time that we have to allocate to our business. 53% or over half searches done right now in 2025 are 0-click searches. So you have all these agents spending an arm and a leg in order to optimize blogs and show up on Google, But 53% of searches now are zero click, meaning they don't even click on a website. They search on ChatGPT or any other LLM, or they look at the summary, the AI summary that's provided at the top by Google. Right now is the time to get on, because there's a massive shift that's happening. Most people don't realize that only 4% of licensed agents are actively posting on YouTube. And so if you're in a big market and you're competing against 20,000 agents or 50 or 60,000 agents, why compete against all of them doing the exact same thing as everybody else? And why not just compete against 4% of them? And chances are the 4% aren't going to do what I'm about to show you with artificial intelligence, meaning you can outperform them like that. It's so easy to outperform anybody right now on YouTube if you know how to leverage AI properly. Now we can create content faster than ever if you have the right strategies. Scrape and deeply analyze the highest performing YouTube videos in real estate in whatever market you're in. I want the top performing YouTube videos, keyword research, lead generation potential, content gaps which present you with opportunities to outrank your competition, niche positioning opportunities, channel success patterns of what works for top performing channels, and trends that I can capitalize on. What we're going to do is we're going to put this into Manus. And so what Manus does is deep dive research, and you're going to be blown away when you see what the output is of this, because it's going to give you documentation that is going to give you every single pinpoint data and detail of exactly how to create the most successful channel in your market right now. And you can see here, live in real time, it is scraping all of these other YouTube channels, all of the competition, anything else that anybody could be doing, and it's going to position you to outperform every single one of them. But this takes about 10 minutes. So what we're gonna do, because we don't have 10 minutes to waste, so we'll go ahead and open up a chat and we'll put this in. Act as a YouTube strategist using YouTube trend from the Manus data for Austin, Texas. We want to develop a complete YouTube strategy, retargeting whoever, right? Maybe your focus is relocators, first-time home buyers, whatever that looks like for you. I want position strategy, a content roadmap, optimized videos, hook suggestions, call to actions, upload frequency, thumbnail visuals, and I want this strategy to be specific, data-backed, and aligned with long-term local dominance on YouTube. So now you can see here, Manus has finished its research after all of that. And look how crazy this is. Here's what the strategy includes. Top performing videos, the 15 exact videos that are ranked by lead potential, keyword search analysis, the highest opportunity for keywords, as well as lead gen potential, content types that are going to generate the most leads, underserved topics with high demand, giving you a competitive advantage, 3 major untapped niches, proven formats, all of the emerging trends, and a 12-month plan with milestones. So as we can see here, this is a complete document built out today. And look how long this document is with all of the data of everything that we need to know, whether it be content strategy, content gap analysis, lead gen content hierarchy of what's going to generate you the most leads based on data, the highest tier of lead gen, the exact videos to do, everything based on data. It is wild what this is going to do for your business, and you can do this for anything. You can also replace your prospecting coach. You don't need to be paying $1,000 a month for a prospecting coach. You can role play with ChatGPT and build out scripts for any coach that you want to get coached by for free. So we can look at niche positioning as well and future opportunities, data analysis, and this is an entire document with everything that you need. So what we're going to do is we're going to download this document and we're going to put it into ChatGPT, and that's going to be our knowledge source. And now based on this document, it's going to build out our strategy for Austin. So here's a complete Austin strategy to help buyers and relocators move into Austin by providing data-driven insights, neighborhood deep dives, clear answers to the biggest questions, saving them time, money, and stress. Here's your core audience clarity, relocating tech professionals, first-time home buyers, families moving from California and other high-cost markets. All of these are data-driven. So it's not assumptions, right? You're no longer throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. You're going direct to what works, right? A complete slide by slide breakdown for this Austin relocation guide that I can put into Gamma to create as a lead magnet. We're going to come over here to one of my favorite tools called Gamma. So now we have a relocation guide. But I personally used to pay like $500 to $1,000 to be able to have a graphic designer, the lead magnet for me. We don't need that anymore. We need to copy and paste and know the right prompts. So if you need a lead magnet for Austin, as you can see here, we're going to build out this lead magnet in about a minute to 2 minutes. So we're going to say we want these images to be professional and specific to Austin real estate. You can see here, it's taken the entire thing, broke it out by slides of everything that we need to know. And we're going to choose something that aligns with our brand. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that, whatever your brand happens to look like. We'll just go with this, for example. And now in about 60 seconds, we're going to generate an entire lead magnet. And so in real time, as you can see, without touching anything, I no longer have to spend $500 to $1,000 to develop a lead magnet. You can do it for free in under 60 seconds, and 100% of the images are going to be specific to your market and everything else that you need to drive and be able to generate leads, right? Turning views into leads is the entire goal. And we have the 2025 relocation guide. So this is going to be the formula. YouTube first. That has to be a pillar priority. So we want to make YouTube a foundation. We want to leverage AI-powered content. We want to start to transition to generative engine optimization, and then that's what's going to lead to success. When you put out content, you need to look at it as serving your community so that people find you who actually cares, who actually goes above and beyond, who actually does a diligent job in an ethical way from the heart because you genuinely care and you don't have commission breath. You are leveraging modern technology. You are the one people should find, but it's your problem. And you need to take ownership of that and get louder. I see any time somebody joins a competing brokerage or makes a different decision, that's my problem. I'm not loud enough. Make it your problem. Everything. That is the one delineation between people who win and people who lose. People who lose point fingers. They blame their sponsor, their brokerage, their broker, their team leader, the president, the market, the economy, their parents, their upbringing, you name it, they will continue to honestly just struggle. Because as soon as you point the finger to somebody else, you relinquish control to change the outcome. But as soon as you take complete and utter ownership of everything in your business and life, that is the moment when you're going to be able to make a change, make a difference, and drastically transform your business. It's time to commit. Like, this is a 2-year golden era that you have to exponentially scale your business and transform your life.
We're excited, guys. Like Mike said, no more excuses. The time is always now to be able to step into that best version of your business and your life. So connect with Mike, myself, and
Thanks, guys.
the next class. Thanks again, Mike.
Take care.